There are so many YouTube videos these days saying that go back to your den and come back stronger, become like Batman, you know, adapt these adopt these habits and become, you know, become the best version of yourself. And most of the motivation or motivational videos are like that only, that shed your skin and, you know, reveal the better version of yourself. And honestly, we are always running for, you know, that better version, to achieve that better version of ourselves throughout our life. And for one moment we don't stop and think and just sit and just, you know, try to really see and try to really, what is that, I forget the terms, this my problem, you know, reflect on what's going on, what's all this. We forget to do that because from the very childhood we are, you know, uh, thrown inside a school. My English is getting so bad these days. It's better that I have this channel to, you know, speak in English. I'm Whenever I talk, I forget all the terms, and it's just in my stomach and just doesn't come out. But anyways, so we are thrown. I'm not trying to say thrown, but we are, you know, shoved into this these institutes and um for the so-called learning and becoming. So our becoming starts from the very childhood. And obviously it is, if you are from the Asian countries, or especially I'm from India, and I only can tell about what I have seen in my place, and I have not traveled many places yet. But what I have seen is, in my case and around me, that yes, we are thrown into this school, and from day one we are there is always something that is expected from us. We are always on, you know, the whole system or the whole thing is to pressure, you know, build pressure, and uh, to I don't know why this is like this only, that it's less about really learning. Because I can tell for myself, whatever I have learned throughout my life, this all these years, I have learned after the school, and especially years after the school. I barely learned anything in school, barely. I can't recall anything that I really learned and that makes me cherish that, wow, school did this to me, and I'm so thankful to the school. No, it just made me weak. It made me, I'm not going against education, that is a different thing. So if you are someone who is new to my video, uh, please, if you can't listen, then just, you know, go off. Because this is, I'm not just here to, you know, give state opinions or something. I'm here for a discussion, and, you know, I don't get any comments to, you know, carry on the discussion, but I'd love to if you can drop down something, whatever you think. But yeah, so it's more about observation and really digging deep into what is really going on, rather than just saying, oh no, this, that, though. No, that's not the case here. So I'm not against education or something, but I'm just trying to reflect on what I went through, and uh, uh, what did it really do with me, and what change did it make. Like I can talk about when I read about science years later, recently actually, 5 years or some time ago. uh, I read about, I discovered so many things in the field of science, and it mesmerized me. It really, I was enchanted that wow, what all these discoveries and what all these inventions and especially the discoveries that fascinates me. Like there are so many things really, but anyways, so it's not like I'm against education or something, because if school was really about learning, then I I would have loved it, but it's not. It's just really about getting these little kids into a habit of I don't know what, and always putting them under pressure, and always making it a big thing that, oh my god, you have to, it's 7 a.m., wake up, run to school, and homework, oh my god, you've forgotten that notebook and that book, and today we have that class, and oh my god, it's such a, it's like war. Really, when I look back now, it feels like war. So from the day uh, one of our uh, honestly, day one of our arrival on earth, we are always forced to become, because whenever a child is born in a family, the family members gather around and say, this is a very common abbreviation, or what is the term, I don't remember, but family members, the elders gather around, and they state, or they uh, express their expectations from the child, that my grandson will become a doctor, my son will become an engineer, and all these bullshit. And they even don't know why they want them to be that. There is no specific reason for that. They are just looking for the money and the status. That's it. That's the cheapest way to exist as a human. Just to eat, and just to consume, and just run. What kind of a monsters we have become. And it really boils my blood that such a potent species on earth, that has almost taken over the world in a way, is wasting away its potential in all these bullshit adventure of life. It's not even an adventure. uh, it would have been better if it was an adventure. Anyways, so from that day one of our school, we are always told, you have to become something. You are not good, you are not good enough, you're not okay, you have to become okay. So that's when our journey starts to the mm, to our demise, to our destruction, uh, and to hell. Journey to hell begins from that very first day, and we are we face these examinations and all that, and yeah, and so on. And so school is over, and then we go into college, and that is the basically same thing. And by college, we have had enough of this bullshit. So we try to earn a little freedom, or we'd like to taste our freedom really, because now we are a little out of our parents or guardians' hand, and now we can explore a little, because our childhood has been ruined by these. I wish I could use a slang there, because they think they know everything about life. They are so righteous and so um, I don't have word. I don't. Anyways, so yeah, so by the time we reach college, and we find out that there are so much more to explore, to have fun, and we become mischievous, and uh, uh, we get go deep in, uh, we actually flow with our hormonal, secretions and hormonal rush. So, you know because we have been caged, once that cage is the gate of that cage is opened for a short window, we the short window we get, we try to grasp it all, and that further ruins our life again. We do have a great time as well, because I remember, I in school, I my greatest memories are with my friends and having fun, and you know even getting punishment from a teacher, and everyone queuing up to go outside the class and standing with holding ears. It was fun, but I don't remember any fun class at all. Rather, when I and many of my friends used to ask serious question to our teacher, uh, they mostly suppressed us, or because mostly what happened was they were given a ultimatum and they had to finish the syllabus, so they just came reading all those 2 pages or whatever those chapters, and they only knew about that portion. They are not prepared for the next chapter or anything interconnecting. So they were shocked actually with the questions, and they would dismiss us by saying that this is out of syllabus now. What the hell is out of syllabus? What the hell is out of syllabus? But anyways, this really triggers me, because this is the start of our destruction. This is where our destruction begins. This is the place what ruined us for life, what made us weak, what made us suffer till this date. We suffer and we live in denial, and we become monsters because we go through this. It's a torture. It's a anyways. So yeah, sorry, I get a little emotional with these things, but anyways, so you see what happens is, in college we start to explore a little, and some of us get a little derailed, and drug abuse and all kind of bad things happens with some of us. Some of us manage to get out of it smoothly. Some of us, there are moderate people, there are extreme kind of people who are, a little extremist kind of a people who do things in extreme. If they are lazy, they'll be extremely lazy. If they are active, they'll be extremely active. So when they are abusing a substance or anything, whatever in life they're abusing, they'll abuse to the extreme. And there are moderate people who always, their nature is like that, they always do things in a moderate manner. And then there are so yeah, there are different types of people, right? There are not one size fits all, there is nothing like that, but these systems are like that, that makes you think like you are supposed to be this. No, who told us? Who told you that you are supposed to be this? That you are supposed to be reading in class 6 and not 7? Who told you? Yes, I understand that there has to be a system, there has to be an infrastructure, to, uh, prepare these minds and um intellect to, function in a way. But no, it is not doing that. And I don't have to say anything. The current situation of the world is, very good example of what's going on. Where is love? Where is compassion? These things have become fairy tale. Compassion sounds like a fairy tale. Love sounds like a fairy tale. Love is now a night's story and a bed and a hotel room. That is what love is right now these days. So yeah, and this situation became like this, or the today the world is like this because of these factories. And honestly, these education system, they want they are looking for one thing: money, business. That is all. I've seen many people with good degrees. I don't have a degree, and I'm so grateful that I didn't waste my life away with all these degrees. These are bullshit. In today's world, it is bullshit. And not just only in today's world, it's anyway a bullshit. Because if you have a skill, if you can learn, if you can develop your skill, you can make money, you can earn a living. So that's my point today, actually, that living is not that difficult. Living was never supposed to be this difficult. It is not difficult. It is supposed to be fun. And fun doesn't mean drinking beer and uh, alcohol and lying on a manhole. That is not fun. That is not uh, whatever. That is not fun. Fun is like I'm making this video. This is fun. I'm making music. That is fun. I'm screaming my heart out while singing. That is fun. And you can find your fun in your way. Definitely. Again, no uh, one size fits all formula anywhere. So so college is over, and now comes the great part: working in a job. And there is, you'll always find there is always this uh, compensation kind of dialogues from your elders. Just just do this 10th and you are free. You are free. Just do this 12th and you are free. Just finish your, graduation and you're free. Just do this. Just, get into this job, walk into this interview, and once your job is finalized and you have that job what's that called, a job letter or something. Once you have that, you're free to go. You can live your life, do whatever you want. You want to go movies, whatever. But slowly you realize that they have just trapped you and you have nowhere to go. You have these days there is not even two weekly offs, two holidays, weekly holidays. They're not even that. These days, I am seeing these big companies. They are playing a game that you won't have. Saturday, Sunday is not possible. So you'll have Monday, and you'll have next. Um, they schedule it in a way that you're actually getting 1 week week off in a week, and they're playing it like it's normal. That's what you would have to do for the company, because the company is taking care of you. So yeah, now by this time we are in our 30s, or and um, later 20s, 30, early 30s. And what? All those energy, all these passion, all these muscle power, all these imagination, the power to imagine, all these are drained already. And you have a fearful future in front of you, because now it's time to get married. And still you are not safe, because the marriage is less about you and your loving partner or your beloved, the one of your life, but it's more about two families coming together. And I don't know where this came from and why this is so important. I understand this way: two people, a, a man and a woman, wants to live together. Okay, this is very simple, right? A man and a grown woman, grown man and a grown woman wants to live together because they find them they have a good bond, and they feel like they can walk together, and they feel more alive because they are together. It feels like after all these torturous year of work and exams and uh, fear and all this, after going through all this, now you two of you are together, about to be together, so you can have a little fun, have a good time. But no, it's not about you, it's about the families. Two families coming together and ripping each other apart, and in the process ruining the life of the couple. And oh my god, if you have a child, what's that called? Hail Mary. So that's our story. That's the story of our life. And then comes a time, I think everyone goes through this, that when this question really comes up, that is this all life is about? Running and breaking our head, sorrow, is this all about this? Is this all? I think everyone goes through this question, what next? And they feel empty inside. But this is the thing. We have been trained from the very moment we were born. We have been told what color is what. Otherwise, how do you know that is yellow, that is black, this is whatever green or something? How do you know? Someone told you, no? We have come to we have come to term that, okay, collectively we'll call this thing green, we'll call that thing yellow, and we'll teach our child also that, see, this is yellow, okay? And this is just a simple thing I'm trying to explain you, that this thing has happened to us and have been passed down to us. All these primitive thoughts and primitive way of looking at life have been passed down to us by these you know what should I call them? I'm not saying the this is our fault, but in a way it is our fault as well. As humanity, I feel it is very cheap of humanity to see life this way, because we have the apparatus to actually filter through the apparent reality and really live. Whereas I see the cows, no matter how much they are, they are like a slave. They are always there. I don't know if there are any cows which is not a domestic animal, except in the jungle, but they are not cows, I guess. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm not aware about this, but I'm just saying that I see animals, they are actually living. I see the cats. Have you seen a cat? What a life it is living. I see pigeons here every day. They come and sit here. I see what a life they have, man. What a life. Yes, they have problems. They, you know, they fear the cats, and there are hawks and eagles here. So they have to be very aware, and they have to be very careful. So, and there are babies, they are, giving birth also to babies, so they'll have to be very careful with the babies, because there are eagles and all that are flying all around. So yeah, they have problem. But how much portion is the problem occupying their life? Maybe, I don't think it's even 10 to 20% even. Most of the time I see them so happy, and you will tell me, how do I know how they are happy? Just look at them. Just like, I'm angry in a way, not angry, but I'm pissed off to this type of uh, what humanity has made itself, made out of it, made out of it, the life, what life they have carved out of their genius brains. And I see these cats, and have you seen a cat really? What an attitude! You see, I have I had actually a cat, not mine, but it was my in-laws. In my in-laws' house, they had a cat, black cat, and she or he actually lost a leg, and he suffered a lot. But I think it was not even a week when my wife one day told me that she saw that cat. She's jumping around, and she's, climbing up trees with that one leg. I mean, three legs. And the kind of joy you would see in them. She lost a leg. It's a big deal for her. She's alone, all alone by herself in the wilderness. Not in the wilderness, but yeah, from her perspective, it's a wilderness. She doesn't have anyone that will protect her. Rather, there are, oh, it's a she, you're right, because there was a male cat. These male cats were attacked him, actually, her actually, and she lost her leg. So there were these male cats that were always behind her, and she has to, take care of herself, feed herself, and, survive. So I never saw fear in her eyes. I never saw care in her eyes. And look at us, petty humans. You will only see fear and doubt and mm, arrogance. Where does this arrogance come from? Because it's a coping mechanism to, hide fear. It's just that. It's nothing else. You see arrogance all around people. I'm going to the office. I'm very busy. Where this arrogance comes from? Because they know they are empty from inside. So I just wanted to say that life is not that hard. I'm realizing that, and I'm also telling this to myself as well, because I am also a trained trained in that way from childhood, and I always find myself in fear, uh, in opposition to what I want to do, what I love doing, and always I find myself pressurizing myself and condemning myself, doubting myself, and always, the voice in my head is always telling me that you're not worthy, and you're such a lazy person, you're not doing anything, you're not. This has been programmed into us. We have heard so much of that that it is, replaying all the time in our head. Just detach from this recording and see life as it is. We'll talk about this more in the next video. Let me know your thoughts, and maybe we can discuss this in much elaborate way. Thank you for watching if you watched.